my best friend because he knew how to fix everything. I mean, his knowledge on patching things and, anything. It's like the driver would come back and the bumper was dented or such. I called Phil and say, what do you think about this? Reminds me of your story with your vehicle and everything. Next thing you know, he's bringing a chain down. We're putting it on the telephone pole, hooking it up to the back of the bumper, and he says, yeah, give it some gas and everything, and you hit it, and you're pulling that bumper back out. But he had this tendency only to be able to make things and, fix things, make things right and such. So, but Phil, I always used to get my Christmas tree from him. He had the beautiful, best, Fraser firs. I always told him I wanted one 8 to 9 feet, and he would always put one or two on the side and let me pick from them and such, and everything. So my son, when I got here, he's like, Dad, you're not going to tell that story, are you? So I'm not going to mention his name because I have 2 sons. Okay? So, but I don't know if you want to help. No? Okay. So, one day we went over there to get our tree and everything, and I don't know, Phil, he was kind of mischievous at times, and he had a great sense of humor.
He teased these sons relentlessly. As he always told me when he came to West Virginia.
He did. He loved razzing them and everything and leading them on and everything. But it was like one day we showed up to get our tree, and I don't know where that idea came from. I think he said he did it to Jamie at one time.
Yeah, we've both been victim of it.
Okay.
A few of us in the room may have been victim of it.
Okay. Well, somehow, I don't know who did, if it was your dad or yourself, that started to pick my son up and put him through the tree baler. Okay? Phil laughed so hard. Okay? Here's my son and all this netting. I might have been 5 or 6 years old and everything. Well, I hate to say it, my son has a little bit of a temper at times, okay? Oh, you want to raise your hand and now identify yourself? Well, if you want to add anything to the story, you can help out, so, okay. But,
I brought scissors with me every time we went there.
That's how much it affected him. So every year when we would go back, he had a pair of scissors in his pocket. He was fearful that they were going to repeat the same, the same deed or act or so. But, he had the best trees, the freshest trees. He had the great product. And, we always enjoyed getting our Christmas tree there. He's always a part of all our Christmases. But I think with my son, he ended up forgiving Phil, mainly because he had the best chocolate snowballs and the best marshmallow. I mean, his marshmallow was great, wasn't it? Yep, and he ended up, every time when he get on the phone, he would say, hello, Mr. Marshmallow Man. Because he just loved that marshmallow so much. But, there were so many times Phil came down, he helped me at the greenhouse. He was always there for me. There was plenty of times. One time, I had a water leak in the greenhouse, and we had probably about 500 feet or more, maybe 1,000 feet of water pipe. Didn't know where the leak was, okay? A plumber had suggested getting 2 silver rods and putting them out like you see on, when people are looking for water, and eventually if it would crisscross, that's where maybe the pipe was and everything. And he loved, anytime you challenged Phil, he got involved, okay? And I think he ended up getting those silver rods and going to it around his house looking for the water lines and everything. But we came down, and for over a week or more, we dug ditches everywhere. Now, Phil just sat in a bucket watching us do all this work and razzing us at the whole time, But it was one of those projects you hated, but now that it was over, and he ended up taking pictures of all of us being foolish with these silver rods, trying to find the water leak, and everything. And I have so many stories because he's helped me so many times. I think the last one is, one day he came in and I was getting roofing material. I was getting the plywood and the stuff to do a roofing project and everything. And he's like, you need any help? I said, no, I'm okay, I'm good. And next day he shows back up, okay? Now he's up on the roof. He's helping, okay? Well, Phil was the neatest roofer, okay? He never got any tar, I can't believe. So I was out on deliveries, and this is like going on the third day or something like that, and I wanted to finish the project. So I get up there, and I'm starting to tar the nails and all the different areas that need tar and this and that. Well, I'm the sloppiest roofer. To me, the more tar, the better. Okay? You can never have enough tar, okay, on anything. Okay, well, it wasn't within 10, 15 minutes. Phil was saying some choice words to me, okay? He's like, I've been up here all day. You've been up here 10 minutes. He's like, blah, blah, blah. You got it on the handle. You got it on the trowel. You got it on the side of the bucket. He was like, you know, and he goes, I probably have it on my ass too, you know? But he was like the neatest roofer that I knew, you know? But like I said, my theory was more tar, the better. But he's bailed me out 101 times. I can't tell you, you know, how many projects he helped me with. So he'll always be in my thoughts, you know. Everything that comes up, I'll remember Phil.
Thank you, Dave.
So.